Yeah. Part 2, man. Tommy was doing tights. So we come in from Chai, and I look up there, you know what I'm saying? I see the ghost face, two of them standing on the rail, and then you had a couple of them in the room, they yelling back and forth. Rah, 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 rah. So I'm like, damn, what's going on? So boom, I'm standing down there on the bed floor, so I see him yelling whatever. So I hear Tommy like, get out my room, man, get out my room, man. I ain't got nothing for y'all, man. I ain't got to do business with y'all if I don't want to, man. Get out my room. So you had a couple of the blood dude pull up, because you had a couple of them blood. They were waiting on their tax money to hit. You know what I'm saying? So they went and intervened or whatever. They talked it out with the GoFay, like, hey, y'all ain't got nothing going on in here, man. We got motion going on. We got plague going on. Like, y'all tripping. Y'all need to hold up. So it ended up smoothing out or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing go on. But you could just tell them boy envied that boy, but they knowed, okay, when we do something to that boy, you know what I'm saying, it gonna be some smoke. So we doing time or whatever. So we get this oppressing officer. I'm talking about oppressing officer coming up. Big white boy. I'm talking about he come one of them big country white boys who them like a rock. Yeah, he one of them like a rock white boy. Big F-150 driving, tobacco chewing. Yeah, he one of them big country. Yeah. He come through in there. And then when he count slow. He like to go to each person door, take your flap out your window, look in your room. He might go in your room, flip your mat. And man, it might take that man 40 minutes to do his count, man. Normally officer just coming up 1, 2, 3 and just count. No, he police. So he counting or whatever. So he get to my partner Melvin room. Melvin had the bug going on, and he was cooking some liquor. You know what I'm saying? So the officer went there, he smelled it. He was like, oh yeah, you cooking liquor in here on my shift? Oh yeah, you're going to the hole. You're going to the hole. So bro was like, nah, man, I'll go pour it out. You open the mop closet, I'll pour it out. Ain't no pressure, man, I'll pour it out. He was like, nah, I'm locking you down. You're manufacturing alcohol in here. So he called the code, whatever. 2 lieutenants come down there, they locked bro up. I'm like, dang, man, they police. So in the midst of him getting locked up, you seen people who had phones and shit. They were ducking off in their room. You could tell nigga already know what's going on. Shit, people ducking off trying to hide their phone. You feel me? So, you know what I mean? Everybody get right. He finally finished doing his count. He leave up out of there. So, boom. Next thing you know, the Bloods had a blood on blood situation going on. Come to find out, the little nigga named Kiko, he supposed to have done stole a phone from another blood in another dorm and came back in our dorm and sold it. So, you know what I'm saying? The thing was, from what I was hearing, you know what I'm saying? I ain't talked directly to now one of them at the time, but they were like, shit, he got to either come with that bread or he got to come with that phone or they finna spin his ass. So I'm like, damn. So this shit going on, it heated. Everybody walk around with boots on. Niggas walk around clutching, looking crazy. So I'm like, damn, I got all my little shit put up, you feel me? So that boy Tommy called me up there to his room. So I go up there, I'm like, what's up, Tommy? He was like, shit, bro. Goddamn, I got some, you know what I'm saying, I couldn't get rid of. I wonder if you could do something with it. So I'm like, what? So he give me 2 zips of yeah. So I'm like, man, damn, boy. I said, shit, what you want for this? He was like, man, shit, just give me such and such. Just bring me something, bro. He was like, shit, I'm straight on the money till it just, I feel like these dudes finna try to bust a move or something. I know this what they junk ass want. He say, shit, I'd rather see you crumb they ass. Get they ass, crumb them for every dime. So I'm like, shit, all right, come on with it. I said, man, I'm gonna make sure you straight though. I'm gonna pay you for this shit. So he was like, man, I ain't tripping, man. Just get this shit, man. I don't, you feel me? So I'm like, man, you say you feel like they finna try something or something? He was like, man, I've been in prison long enough, bro. I already know what's going on. He say, only reason why I ain't packing my shit, getting on the dope, a couple of these dudes in here real solid and I fuck with them. I want to make sure I give them their bread, bro. He say, but shit, it don't nothing pop, before I get them they bread, he say, I'm gonna get them they money and I'm gone. So I'm like, shit, all right, bro, that was happening, man. So I push on. Shit, I go psych up. Oh, yeah. I incorporate the fluff. Man, I'm going crazy. I got 2 zips of that damn thing. Oh, yeah, I'm finna go crazy. But then I thought about it. I said, I really ain't finna serve them in my dorm like that. I had an orderly on my team down there in the hole. You know what I'm saying? And he had just asked me like a week prior to that, like, yeah, boy, you can't get your hands on none of that, yeah? He was like, man, anything, man. He was like, bro, it's a drop down here in the hole. It ain't none of this shit down there, bro. Damn. So I told him I was gonna try to work a move, and look at that shit just fell in my hands. I'm like, damn. So after I incorporate the fluff, shit, I hit my man. I'm like, yeah, what it looking like down your way? He was like, shit, it still ain't nothing down here for real. So I was like, man, shit, today your lucky day, boy. I got about 50 psychs for you. He say, about 50 psychs? I'm like, yeah. I said, I got about 50 on. I say, shit, 10 on them, yours. So he like, hell yeah. He was like, shit, I'm finna come out that night and get him. See, bro had the little flip phone on him. When he be down there in the hole, he keep the little flip phone on him. So he done told me, he was like, man, I'm finna pull up now. So boom, I go stand by the booth and shit. About 10 minutes later, bro, make it up there to the window. We had a little slot cut out. So I slid him the shit through the window. He was like, man, listen. He was like, your shit finna go to jumping. So boom, he go down there to the hole. And lo and behold, that shit went to jumping out the blue. I'm like, okay, the trap bunking. You feel me? So boom, we doing time in that bit. I got me 2 zips. So at that time it was a drought on it, so I already knew Tommy knew the numbers on the shit. So I pulled up on him with 800. You know what I'm saying? At that time, a whole zip of that shit was going for a couple bands. You feel me? So I pull up on him with 800. So he was like, man, just give me 5. So I'm like, all right, shit, bet. I shoot him the 5. So boom, we cool it, kicking it, you know what I'm saying? Just talking sports and shit, just kicking it. He high, you know what I'm saying? I'm high on the gas, you feel me? So I leave out of the room, whatever. You know, Tommy was a player, he was cool, you know what I'm saying? You could tell he had done growed up in the chain gang though. You feel me? Because of how he moved, how he acted, how he reacted to certain shit. But, you know what I'm saying? Overall though, he was cool, you know what I mean? So they called us the gym call one day. And for some reason, the Ghostface don't never go to the gym. But this day, they went out. All of them went out. So when we got in the gym, it was a bunch of more Ghostface in the gym. So I'm like, damn, what going on in that bit? They having a powwow or something in that bit. So they end up plotting or whatever. So I'm like, damn, I wonder what they got going on. So we stay in the gym and shit. We hoop, you know what I'm saying? I ain't think about it no more. Cause I know these boys ain't got no smoke with us. They'll be a damn fool. So I ain't tripping nothing. I'm hooping. So they bring the little cadets through the gym. They always bring the little cadets through the gym. You feel me? So then that's when niggas go to being extra. Niggas go to trying to play extra hard in that bit. Y'all know how that shit go when the female energy come around. And you know what I'm saying? They look like they were with the shits too. You had a couple of them were built up like some Legos and some Play-Doh. But you know what I'm saying? For real. They wasn't talking about now, you know what I'm saying? Only thing be on my mind when I see them, which one y'all gonna bring it? Bring it. Which one of y'all gonna bring it? Shit, that's all that extra shit. I ain't really, so we get through hooping, go back in the dorm, you know what I'm saying? I make sure soon as we finish the game, I'm already waiting by the door because I know the shower was about to be loaded. I'm trying to go on in the dorm first and get in the shower, get my shit out the way. So I make it to the dorm. You know, before I go to the gym, I already have my shower shit on the edge of my bed. So all I got to do is take off my tennis shoes, put on my little slide, go on to the shower. So boom, I had a couple bros that didn't go to the gym. So they was in there. I told them, you know what I'm saying, come do my shower security, whatever. You know what I'm saying? This shit gangland, so shower security was a must. You feel me? So I go get in the shower, boom. I get up out that bed. I'm cool. I done roll me one. I'm feeling good. Done got my little cardio in for the day. I'm feeling good. So that thing, you know, out the blue, the Ghostface mount up again. And boom, they push up there to Tommy room. So boom, Tommy got the sock in the door. You know what I mean? They snatched the door open. They all rush off in there. So that thing, you know, you hear one go face say, come on with the phone, give me the phone. All right, now what's the code? What's the code? What's the code? So they jumping on them, whatever. So boom. That thing, you know, you see Tommy after about 15 minutes, you see Tommy come out the room with all his stuff. So he hit the booth, you know what I'm saying? His eye puffed up, his lip bust and shit. He hit the booth. You know what I'm saying? Officer, they used to, you know what I'm saying? Long as they don't see no stab wounds, they ain't gonna too much call no code. They just gonna call somebody to escort your ass to the hole. They might call a sergeant or something. But if they just see a couple bumps and bruises, they ain't finna make no big riffraff about it. So they walked him to the door. So boom. The officer come get him, take him up out of there. So I'm like, damn, that boy Tommy gone. I'm glad I shot him that little bread. But he knew it was coming, whatever. So they had their phone, whatever. So now everybody standing around looking crazy and shit. So all the Ghostface went and piled up in the room, you know what I'm saying? The room they piled up in was right next door to some blood. So they went in the room and shit. You hear them in there laughing, hollering, kiki and shit. And then that thing, you know, you see the blood bust out the room. They were like 5, 6 deep in the room. They bust out the door. And they go to knocking on the Ghostface door like, open that motherfucking door. Open that motherfucking door. So they popped the door. They were like, what's up? What y'all got going on? So the blood nigga like, hey, goddamn, we heard what the fuck y'all said in there. Y'all in there talking about shit. He fucking with them niggers and ain't fucking with us. Shit, fuck him. We heard what the fuck y'all said. Who the fuck y'all calling nigga? So they going back and forth, back and forth. So now this shit just go crazy. You see the white boy, the other white boys in dorm, they looking scared and shit because they outnumbered. So that thing, you know, you see the rest of the Bloods and all the other gangs and shit come together and shit. They looking at these white boys and shit. So they were like, so you telling me I ain't just hear you say that fuck shit. I just heard you. Y'all making all that motherfucking noise. I just heard y'all motherfucker. Man, we ain't so they just took all the blood, took off on them. You had a couple of my bros, you know what I'm saying, a couple of the other gang members and shit, get some licks in and shit. So they walked all the Ghostface to the door. So that thing, you know, the officer called the lieutenant down there. So the lieutenant like, shit, hold on. Y'all trying to put too many motherfuckers up out of here. What y'all got going on? So nigga like, hey man, you better get these racist ass white boys up out of here. They in here calling nigga and all this shit. Here, woo, man, fuck that. Get them out of here now, or you gonna have to land the helicopter. What you wanna do? You wanna get them out of here now, or land the helicopter at that bitch? What you wanna do? So the lieutenant was like, God damn, y'all know y'all finna go on lockdown, right? I gotta lock this bitch down. If I gotta take all them out of here, I'm finna have to lock this bitch down. So nigga like, man, do what you gotta do, bro. Just get them the fuck up out of here. So lieutenant was like, man, y'all go lock it down. So we go lock down and shit. They get all the Ghostface property and shit. They slide them up out that bit, you know what I'm saying? But they still had the phone though. They still had Tommy phone. Well, one of them did, you feel me? All of them couldn't have, but one of them still had the phone. But he ended up going on the door too. You know what I'm saying? So the police, they get them up out of there. We stay on lockdown. We stay on lockdown like 3 days. Then they let us all lock down. They filled the dorm back up with niggas out the hole and transfers and shit. But yeah, man, that boy Tommy had them pulled up and changed the economy in the dorm, man. Would get niggas off the ground, you feel me? I guess he had that experience with the Ghostface. He ain't fuck with them folk, even though he was a white dude, but he ain't fuck with them folk, you know what I'm saying? And them boys were jealous. They were hating. Niggas having packs, niggas balling, niggas doing their thing, niggas running stoves, you feel me? And they ain't like that. They couldn't get in, you feel me? So they went and took that boy phone, his little food and shit, you know what I'm saying, whatever. But you know, the expression on Tommy's face, he really, when he went on the door, he wasn't really studying that shit, you know what I'm saying? Because he was papered up, you know what I'm saying? Whatever little scheme he had going on, you know what I mean? He was straight. I ain't get him to do mine because I don't trust people with my social security number. I don't know what you finna do. You an inmate, nigga. You a scammer. So I ain't giving you my information. But he was cool, whatever. And then he had them blessed the game with the 2 zips of the you know what I'm saying? I was all the way bite. Oh yeah, I had done turned up. I was great. Yeah, man. But you know, moral of the story, boy. You know what I'm saying? You get to pick and choose who you deal with, but you'll have some people don't like that. You feel me? They can't get in your mix. You know what I'm saying? Because truth be told, Tommy wasn't harming the Ghostface. He just didn't fuck with him, which he had the right not to fuck with him. But you'll have people mad at you for that simple fact. You know what I'm saying? That you don't fuck with them. You ain't did nothing to them. You ain't calling no harm. You ain't calling no money. But they don't like you because, you know what I'm saying, you're choosing not to fuck with them. You feel me? But it be crazy, man. So watch the company you keep, man. Y'all stay focused out there. And make sure you go stream my new album. It's out now on all platforms. That Reset by Charlie Global. Hit my new website, kickingmajorflavor.com. That's KICKIN majorflavor.com, man. You want to help me on this journey? Get you some merch. CharlieGlobal.com, man. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I appreciate all the support. Man, y'all stay ass out the chain gang, man. For real. And ain't talking about nothing. Until the next video. And Chan.